Hey guys, it's Ruth here. How are you all doing? Welcome to another Style Yourself Fabulous. Today I'm going to say to you, grab yourself a cup of coffee, pull up a chair, sit back and be comfortable. I've brought you outside. I brought you outside because we're having an absolutely stunning September day in Northern Ireland. And yes, there's a lot of traffic on the road just outside where I live, but today there's a lot of things going on in our area. There's an air show down at Portrush. It's not terribly far away from me. It's about 20 minutes drive. And there is also a local show going on in Garva where it's all about Clydesdale and vintage. That's why this road is more busier than normal. So cheers to that coffee or tea or whatever you're sitting down with to drink. Let's have a little chat. Now I'm at this stage where I would nearly have felt like giving up my YouTube channel. And then just yesterday I happened upon another lady who was chatting about monetizing YouTube and how she got there and how she started her journey about a year and a half ago. And I listened really intently and she was so helpful. And she said about the time she felt like giving up and how she just kept going. But she did set herself the goal of posting once every week and doing a long video once every week and not doing any shorts. So going forward, I think that's the way I should play it as well. I think I should plan for what I'm going to talk to you guys about, what I'm going to share with you, what I'm going to hopefully help you with when it comes to styling your wardrobe in that vibrant way that you're used to seeing me doing. And coming into the winter time, there's going to be lots of opportunities for me to talk to you about how we don't have to wear black, grey, beige, darker colours, because that's not who I am. And I believe that on YouTube there is a niche where there are not enough stylists out there talking about colourful things. We don't have to be on trend to look good. We can look amazing. We can look put together. We can, our clothes can be flattering. And we don't have to dress the same as everyone else. And that is my main bugbear with most of the things I see out there. I go looking for inspiration and I see the same thing and I am fed up. Are you fed up? Please tell me I'm not alone in this. I know from having several friends who like to dress vibrantly like I do, that I'm not alone in this. There's lots of us out there. There's lots of us who do not want to dress very samey. We don't want to be like everyone else. We believe in letting what we wear show our personality, and it lets us be vibrant. And when people meet you, the first thing they see whenever they take you all in at a glance, they make up their mind about the kind of person you are. Now, if you're going to dress like everyone else, how does that let anyone see what your personality's like? It doesn't. So that's why I am here today to talk to you a little bit more about how I plan to take my YouTube channel forward and the kind of things that you will get to see from me. I have to say I'm really enjoying this coffee. I love my cappuccinos, and I don't have a machine, but I do love those little Nescafe sachets, the non-sweetened version, and I just add a little bit extra milk and they are perfect. It beats going out to a coffee shop whenever you have the time. And today I'm just going to have one of those days where I'm around the house. I'm going to shoot some content for my Instagram. I'm going to shoot some content for my YouTube, and this is what I love doing. I love putting together outfits. I'm passionate about sharing looks and styles that I love, that suit my shape. I mean, I'm only 5'2", I'm quite curvy. I'm a UK size 10, now a little bit bordering on being a 12, especially for certain brands. And that's okay. My body shape is changing, and menopause is definitely changing my shape. At 55, I literally only have started getting menopause symptoms in the last year, and it's only this last few months that I decided to go on the HRT patch. So who else is on HRT, or what are you trying if you're going through the menopause? What are you trying to help you with your symptoms? I was really struggling with that loss of energy, this fatigue. The fatigue was just something I've never ever experienced before in my life. I just was one of those people that always would get up and go and could keep going and keep going until about 6 months ago. One morning I got out of bed and I literally could not think what I needed to do. I could hardly put one foot in front of the other. I get quite emotional when I think about how low I was, how I struggled. And then temporarily actually it was my sons who told me about it. I was feeling a lot of stress for no reason. I was feeling this anxious thoughts and this pressure on my chest, and I was just like, oh, I couldn't explain it, and I couldn't deal with it very well. I was thinking, I can't go on like this. So I remember going into Holland and Barrett one day, and I said to the girl, look, I'm really struggling. I've got this like brain fog. I've got the lack of energy. I just have no get up and go. And she recommended ashwagandha. And I bought a month's supply of it. And within a few days, I started to feel a little bit better. I had stopped losing that anxious feeling that would sit heavily on my chest. And I really felt that I was getting through my days at work much better as well. So that was a turning point for me. I also have been taking zinc and magnesium because that was helping with my sleep. I know a lot of ladies really struggle with their sleep during menopause, and this waking up about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, bright-eyed and not able to, you want to sleep but you can't sleep, and it's awful. But zinc and magnesium, I take those together. That makes a huge difference to sleep, and my sleep now is amazing. But fast forward about another few months, and the brain fog was not getting any better, and I was starting to feel, just in the mornings, I just couldn't function. I couldn't think about what I needed to do. Normally I would get up and move about the house and make my coffee, make my husband's breakfast, do my exercise, do my workout. And not even just in the morning time. It would have happened at night time, just after or before I'd have had my tea or my dinner in the evening. I'd have felt like I literally needed to go and lie down. I just was so tired. And this went on, and to the stage where I was crying about it. It was just, it just was awful. And I know I'm not alone. I know there's lots of you feel this way, and you know exactly what I mean. This just struggle. And my work colleagues, they are a similar age to me and have been through this, and they said, look, I really think you need to go to the doctor about this. So I went to my GP and I got all my bloods taken. At this stage I hadn't had a period in 4 months, so I knew that I was definitely in menopause, or in that perimenopause stage. And my GP was great. It was a lady doctor. I specifically asked to speak to her. She's in her 40s, and she was very understanding, and she gave me a lot of things that day. I had to get blood tests, of course, taken, and because of my issues that I was having with palpitations and anxiety and racing heart, she wanted to check different things to make sure it wasn't a heart issue, and she ran those tests, and she gave me a lot of literature to go away and read about before I would think about going on the HRT. So I went away and did that. I read about there's a slight issue there, that it can cause certain kinds of cancer in the breast, but I have no history of it in my family, and I just felt HRT was the right thing for me. So when I made up my mind, I went back to the GP and I talked to her about that, and she was so good, and right away she gave me the little patches the little Everall patches, and she told me then that I was only to change that patch every fortnight. Now on the back of the package, it actually says you need to change it twice a week, but I felt that she thought that a lower dose for me might be better. So I have been on that patch now since the beginning of July. Within 2 weeks, I felt like old me again. I mean, literally the turnaround was unbelievable. I was getting up out of bed again quicker. I was feeling more refreshed. I didn't get that fatigue. My brain fog has pretty much disappeared. I mean, it's pure genius. It's pure genius. And I know not everyone can take it. And I know lots of people like to try the natural homeopathic route. But for me, it has been a game changer. And I feel better that I'm only taking obviously a lower dose of it, because I'm only changing my patch every 2 weeks. I know I'll have follow-up blood tests again done at the 6-month mark, and I'm sure again my GP will want to talk to me and see how I'm getting on. But I really feel if a low dose is keeping my body feeling like I used to feel, well, that's what it's all about, isn't it? And that, I mean, I've gone on a complete tangent today. I haven't meant to talk about menopause, but it just led into that. And I think that's why, ladies, I want us, as we feel older, to feel amazing about ourselves. And we have to look after ourselves. And if you aren't feeling about yourself, you know, if you don't feel like you are your old self, that you're not the same as you always were, you've got a question. It's coming from hormones, and if things are changing, what can you do to look after yourself, to practice some self-care? And the first thing I would tell you to do is read up about it, but go and see your GP. And if you've got a lady GP, I just think that, like, this might be biased, but I think a woman knows better a woman's body more so than a guy, and that's why I want to see a lady doctor. And I definitely did the right thing, and she definitely was very helpful for me. So I would just say to any of you, if you are feeling that way at all, if you are feeling low in yourself, do not let it continue. There is no need for it. There really is no need for it. If you're having sleepless nights, that doesn't have to happen. It doesn't. There's hope. And I know that this stage in my life will pass, and I will start feeling normal again, and hopefully I'll be able to come off the patch. I don't know how long I'll have to use HRT for, but all I would say is, do not just struggle with it. Reach out. There's such a great community, and I am quite happy to talk to anybody about how I'm feeling and what I've been through. And I believe that I'm probably one of the ones who haven't had it just as bad as some people. I mean, when I talked to my work colleague, she said to me at one stage she didn't know it. She just felt she couldn't go on. I mean, that is how bad some people have it. That is how bad some women struggle with menopause. And you know, if we can get help, that we don't have to go through it ourselves, that we don't have to cope with these feelings and feeling the way you do, the tiredness, oh my goodness, the brain fog, the not being able to get words out, the forgetting words, forgetting to do things. And then of course there's that little bit of extra padding here happening, and it's just a matter of thinking, you decide you do something about it, or you try and learn to love your body as it is. Now, I'm a bit in the middle. I try to do my bit. I try and do my workouts every morning. I try and keep active. I've got myself a smartwatch recently, and that's keeping me a little bit more conscious of how busy I am during the day. This prompts me, because I work at a desk job during the week, this prompts me to get up and move every now and then, and just those little things. And also keeping an eye on how much sugar I consume. I really try to do that. I do cake, and I love crisps, but I try only to have very small quantities of those now. Certainly if my husband and I go out for a cup of coffee, we generally share a slice of cake, and we've always done that. We've always had that practice, but it's just a matter of keeping an eye on those things, because that all helps us feel better. And I think the less sugar we consume, the less it goes on our middle, and also it makes me bloat. I don't know how it affects you, but it certainly makes me bloat. Right, now I've talked about that, we'll move on to this little cardigan I want to talk to you about today and show you how I'm going to style it. You might have saw my short about this beautiful striped cardigan from Affable. Yes, these stripes are all about this year. I mean they are everywhere. Primark's doing their version, New Look, H&M, Marks and Spencer's, Next, they all have these. I was very fortunate to be gifted this one from Affable. That's the French brand who I do a lot of collaborating with, and I absolutely love the gold buttons. Now I actually have altered this cardigan a little bit. I don't sit around neck, so the first thing I did was put a little stitch in here to keep this neckline back and open, because that's more flattering on me. I find because I'm quite busty that if something round necked makes that area appear bigger, so I'm always inclined to wear a V, and that is a little tip for you ladies. If you are large chested, think about the neckline. It makes an awful difference to how things look on you. Another thing I did was, so there was a button here, and what I found was whenever I buttoned this cardigan up, it would have gaped a little bit, so I made an extra button. There was only 3 buttons down the front, so I took the extra button that always comes with the cardigan, and I made an extra buttonhole here and an extra buttonhole here, and that works much better for me. But I didn't just make the buttonhole that it's not false, it's actually usable, so you can wear the cardigan open or closed. Another thing I found about this cardigan on me, because I'm only 5'2", it's a little bit long, so that's why whenever you see my styling videos now, you will see how I get around that. You always will see me doing like a front tuck, or maybe one side being tucked, that kind of thing. Another thing you can do is when it's all closed up, you can gather it in at the back with a hair tie, and then just hide that, and that takes all that bulk away. So that's a lovely little hack, and I use that all the time. I use that for oversized blouses, oversized jumpers, anything just to make them a little bit more fitted. So while I've been talking to you now, I'm going to show you the way I've styled this. I styled this cardigan 5 ways, although there is absolutely limitless ways you can style this cardigan, and if you watch on now, I will show you what those are. One striped cardigan for autumn winter, and style it 5 ways. Keep it classy with a pop of red and a t-shirt. Pair with jeans and a pair of training shoes for a casual look. Try it with a neutral maxi skirt. Try it with a leopard print skirt. Wear with leather trousers and some Chelsea boots. Which one's your favourite? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for listening. I hope it was helpful. I hope if you are similar to me, and if you resonate with any of these symptoms that I've been talking to you about the menopause, I hope you will talk to me below. Let's reach out to each other, and as women together, we are stronger when we support each other. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate all of you who do listen to me, who do subscribe, and those who are very kind and keep popping me little comments. I mean, I really appreciate them, and it's just lovely that somebody takes the time. Whenever I feel so passionate about sharing what I do, it's just lovely whenever someone actually likes what I was telling you. I feel that I have a gift for putting together outfits, and I love to share that, and the idea that I can inspire other ladies to do the same. Right, I'm going to finish my coffee now. I'm going to wish you a fabulous day. Enjoy that sunshine. I mean, it's just beautiful. Whatever you're doing this weekend, have a good one. Take care. Be safe. God bless. Thanks for watching.